Just give me, give me a try, give me a try, give me a try. Just give me a try.
Welcome, wonderful humans, to the World Beach Ultimate Club Championships 2024, and we are getting rocking and rolling in the championship bracket. Women's action for you. It's not Humidus Wax Sundogs. Ignore that graphic. It is Cassalletes versus Valkyria, a Spanish and Swedish affair. Myself, Hannah Pendlebury, alongside Stefan Rapazzo on the call, and we are stoked for this one in the sunshine.
Super stoked for this one, Hannah. Cannot wait. We're into the semifinals coming up here. Valkyria, the Swedes, taking on Cassalletes. I just learned Cassalletes means a anise-flavored drink, similar to a sambuca or a pastis that they love down there in Valencia. These two teams have progressed very well into this deep. The Swedes, Valkyria, 9-1, Hannah. The plus 56 point differential, while the number 3 seed, this is 2-3, 7-3, and a 30 plus point differential. This game is set up to be an absolute banger.
It certainly is. Undo the corks, folks. Get yourself some refreshments. Get yourselves ready. Indeed, it's been a bit of a weird topsy-turvy women's division. We have no undefeated teams this stage in the World Championships, which is, by all accounts, absolutely bonkers. But it is nice to see the 2 and 3 seeds still rising to where you would expect them to be in the schedule. This is the normal semi-final feeling. And of course, a big part of this, Steph, is going to be Sarah Eklund.
Sarah Eklund has been, as expected, a absolute star. This is Sarah Eklund's team, essentially, not essentially, totally the captain. She administrates and she leads on the field. 18 assists, 19 goals, very balanced, 37 total. One to watch indeed.
Well, another to watch is the youngster, the 21-year-old with that 73, big, tall human. Dalia Fuentes has been added to this roster, started playing because she saw a group of smiling faces throwing a disc in Valencia. Originally actually from Tenerife though, so plenty of experience moving and grooving on sand, and has been playing in the women's division and an under-24 mixed rep as well. So look for her as Oda Homlong readies with the pole.
Big shout out. We've also got our first second language stream starting today. So those of you Portuguese natives, make sure you check out the other link and you can get this game with Hannah and I in English, or over in Portuguese with our lovely friends from Gambezinos.
It's surprising that we've not really had too much of this in Ultimate. Of course, it's wonderful to have native commentary in other languages. And anyone watching this at the tournament who fancies having a go in another language, let Stefan Rapazzo know. Come find us at our booth, because we know many of you athletes are watching these games back, and we are blessed and privileged to have the coverage. So it's Homlong to start us off, Valkyria on the chase, and Cassalletes to start, of course, silver medalist last time on European sands against Quayota. It's a nice start to the campaign, a little stumble, but all I'm fine for Barasa. Now Broccoli, Zyke. Oh, sends that one up. It's got a lot of tilt on it, and it might be easy pickings for Raba. It is with the layout, and it's whistle clean. The first set of offense is interrupted.
Marin Raba is being talked about more and more, very justifiably. A great read there. Both of them kind of got turned around, spun around, looking up, but Marin Raba caught the disc in her eye at the last moment, still throws the body. The Estonian addition to this team already having her presence felt.
Yeah, very impressive with that mixed Tartu Turbulence team at EUCF, but Molly Robbins back in the fold with Swedes. A US athlete, but represented the Swedish nation alongside many of this Valkyria side due to the community member rule, which we've now seen evaporate. But wonderful to have Robbins back here with her, well, who she was saying feel more like her sisters in Ultimate. So that's a nice one. Martinez now pinned on the far sideline. Has Barasa running up line. It's around to Zyke. Can she chase it down? Yes, just pops up on the breeze. But that's great pressure from Oda Homlong. Doesn't quite snag it away. And the layout is required. Nice patient movement and flow. A little bit too far away though are the players in the end zone. Going to take a lot for the disc for Barasa, but it does make it through, but it's the overshot trying to connect with Zyke up line.
Little bit of nerves showing, a little quick on the trigger there. I like the cut from Zyke into the right space. They had good position on the court, on the sideline, Lamotte, but just a bit too far in front.
Well, lots of love for Cassalletes in the live chat, but it's another squandered opportunity. Homlong unhappy with herself with that body language. Barasa through. Martinez now trying to connect. Like that movement for the give and go, but not quite the right angle. But there's over effort from Oda Homlong to try and close that down. Actually opens up the window, and we do indeed get a Cassalletes hold.
I think Valkyria got to be happy enough with their first defensive effort. They generated turns, maybe not entirely happy with what they did on their opportunities to convert, but to be able to get the disc, 2 chances at it on your first play of the game, that much they got to be happy with. They'll be more than pleased to put that D-line back on the field knowing they can generate. For now, they'll get their O-line out. We'll have their first look at them. But Uda Homlong really impressed with the effort defensively, though she let herself down out of hand,
well,
particularly on the last one. But she's there to play defense first.
So Kristina Truster, the Czechia pickup for this Valkyria side. In fact, Valkyria nearly ended up with a certain someone who's impressed us on both beach and grass. Lev Kovalchuk, who was tugging the sleeve of Sofia Pereira, trying to get on the roster, but it was too late. It had already gone to the insurers for the athletes here, because of course there is coverage to make sure if there are any incidents, all of these athletes are well attended to. But that's a great shot from Yeklund. Sits and hangs in the perfect pocket. An easy picking to Veja Andre to bring in a clean hold for Valkyria.
Well, it's no wonder we highlighted Sarah Yeklund at the start of this game. I mean, even just the assurance to throw the body like that, that is not a gratuitous layer that you tend to see. That was a 2 hands on it, hit with the elbows there. But that is, I am making sure no defender is getting around me, only, and this sets up and throws this absolute dime to the back corner of the end zone. Eklund is very, very good, and that is an understatement. It's no wonder she got selected to the Tokai Super Team.
I wondered when you were going to slip that one in there. Betancourt, though, of course, taking that matchup of Eklund, it is someone you're going to have to make sure that you keep the disc away from. So Eklund with the eye black, doing the right thing. Of course, many of these Valencia athletes have got experience with the Murciélagos club for some years now. But can they get a clean hold in? Oh, Homlong again, really trying to set the trap on these underneath cuts. But Lamotte holds on. Inside, just cannot put their arms around it. And Barrasso with the drop. So I think this is the 3rd opportunity for the D-line of Valkyria. Beautiful move through to Robbins. There is separation, but doesn't like to Brinker's cut. Now going for the around, but overshoots Oda Homlong. So once again, Valkyria's D-line can't get it done, Steph.
But once again, they generate. As much as they are showing nerves and some miscommunications there, they generated the turn. It did come from a miscommunication of their own, but they had a chance with the disc. Their defense is doing job 1 on the first 2 points.
But if we trade this one out, it will go the way of Cassalletes and see themselves into another final. Of course, they have been there before, back in 2022, hit on the sand in Portimão, losing in Universe, but that's a creative throw and a great grab underneath it, falling to the ground just to make sure Fernandez with the grab.
How do you even dream of going trailing edge of that one? I thought that was a left hand assured catch that we were going to see there. I thought it seemed like the more logical way to get a hand under it, but why not use the dominant hand, come around it. Fernandez de Castillo Roca making an excellent play, hitting the ground. The 38-year-old playing since way back in 2015, 9 years in, but that's a late start blooming career compared to some of, well, particularly those we're seeing out of France.
Well, and a big shout out as well to someone I'm sure is watching this, Ana Fernandez, the other Fernandez athlete for this Cassalletes tie, was on the roster for 22 and 23 and a big part of it, but Sara taking on more of the workload this time. So Valkyria with another offensive line coming out. Still count starting to rise. It's a fiery flick that just about falls into the perfect pocket for reception. Now Truster opens up a backhand. That is nice and easy, does it for Valkyria. The stall count got high, but they threw to hope. These are Voronkova making it nice and easy.
Yeah, very easy looking indeed. That's 2 goals for Voronkova. Slusta tends to always make it look easy. It goes in their hands. Usually very quickly distributed there. I'll take a second here. I don't have a mark on me. I was that open using my legs. I'll get my eyes upfield, wait, and as soon as there was something open, the distribution by the Czech sensation. And, well, if you were waiting for once, I'll say it here, another Tokai Super Team selection there, the Kristina Slusta.
I was going to say, we should say about how Voronkova used to play for Cosmic Girls. Of course, the inaugural EBUCC beach champions in the women's division, not, because they lost on Universe.
And
I've just remembered, in Seagulls, which is a game that I think Benji Reeds will never forget.
Never, ever, ever. I'd like to note for Voronkova as well, her playing hero, Dina Dumanskaya, one of my heroes as well. I miss her so much in the sport, and all the best to her. We hope to get her back in the game.
Yeah, we love you, Dina. Although I do think she might be starting the next generation of Ultimate players at some point. That's the rumor I heard, though. And congrats as well to Tizik and Kubliczka, who will be doing that very soon. Broccoli now. Sykes setting the sights. Nice grab from Lamotte. Then Fernandez. Has Barassa up line just shy of the tape, and it's going into goal for Alba Martinez. Well, this is much more like it after some early stumbles from Cassalletes. They have now got the engine running and are moving through the gears.
I love the Lamotte home long battle out there. Those two really hustling against one another. Cassalletes, 3 holds, 2 dirty, and this time they come out there, do it on the first chance. They're tidying up as they go, despite the fact that the Valkyria pressure continues to mount. They are getting the job done. That one, their best looking offensive possession.
Is a lot of sort of squeezing it down the far sideline, just taking the open side there. Certainly plenty of defenders on shoulders, but I like that for just settling the nerves here. Cassalletes now trying to run down. Absolute sensation of a pull, but Tluster will get it moving very quickly to Voronkova. The crowd really enjoying this already. And Eklund off to the bank. Another layout just to make sure the catch is secured. It was Eklund that came under. Voronkova now. Easy work, Viktorsson. Just sends that one deep and has Eklund again. Wow, oh wow, what a fast-paced point.
Sanna Eklund doing it everywhere in the middle of the field, throwing the body. A very similar layout we saw 2 points ago. Does it again to catch up to a Huck this time, and then makes herself a target again. Vendela Viktorsson, we often see her throwing the body too, but showing that she's got it again on both sides of this. Look at that by Eklund, and Viktorsson showing the OI backhand, getting it all the way to Eklund, back corner of the end zone. 3 apiece, nothing but holds.
Yeah, Viktorsson, that lefty dynamism. You have it in so many sports. That left hand just gives an extra little bit of advantage, and a little bit of sideline action coaching some of the male athletes from Sweden, helping alongside. And of course, a quick one about Voronkova. It was, of course, she's a beach world champion, not a beach European club champion, but that's a nice back and forth thing from Broccoli, eating up the sand for sure. Now Martinez pinned again on this far sideline. It's all about the uplines. Broccoli hanging on despite the stumble. Inside, soft, silky, past the bids of Robbins. And now Barassa into the front corner, just about, but there are so many defenders near every single one of these passes, Steph.
Flying bodies all over the place. Valkyria certainly not afraid nor shy to send themselves into human missiles. However, they are missing. The Cassalletes are precise, patient enough, and walk in another clean hold. That's 2 clean holds in a row. We are totally on serve here, no breaks. 1 point to the next. The first 2 Cassalletes holds had turns or multiple turns, and other than that, clean holds throughout the game. So very tidy here. Pressure will mount, and will we see a break, or when will we see a break?
Well, I mean, the numbers would favor Valkyria remaining perfect. Another gorgeous pull, but Tluster gets it moving with the legs pretty quickly. Plenty of love as well in our live chat, but Sarah Eklund can't connect with it, and this is a gift for Cassalletes.
Shortest field, very short field turnover. First turnover of the game for Valkyria, and it's 5 meters out.
Betancourt, the captain and coach of this side from Valencia, getting the disc started. Now this is all about red zone attack, but what a beautiful leading throw. Jenny Lee underneath it. Wow. Our first break does indeed go to Cassalletes, and they put themselves 2 in front.
Well, if you're going to give them a gift like that, they're not going to be shy to unwrap. That one very close and easily put in for the bucket. A incredible turn of events. I mean, it was a missed throw. Slusta missed, but the float over top, a bit of a missed assignment defensively too once they switched to defense. Great over-the-top throw, let's say, to break the mark, but really broke over the mark, exposed the break side of the field. They could have, you know, rock, scissors, paper under that one and still figured it out to see who gets to collect the goal.
I love the sense of adventure, chucking that up onto the breeze. Betancourt, a photographer and creative director, and certainly plenty of creativity. Another great ball from the Cassalletes team. Slusta in acreage, opening things up, eyes on the prize, and there's nothing you can do about that, but it's not quite in. Now it's just about holding the nerve. Melnikova, though, will find a very easy short pass just to dink it in.
And you see Slusta with a little bit of exasperation in that spike there. Throws it down to the ground. You know that she is aware of where that last turnover came from. She's you know, a very well-experienced young player now that she's going to get back out there. She's going to forget the errors quick, but she's, you know, she knows she got that goal back. She's happy about it, but she's going to want more now.
And I think, I do believe, Steph, she's taking offers for her next grass team.
She certainly was at the ESCF party.
You got to get in there, Steph. You know, we know that you're the manager for certain famous ultimate playing twins, but you need to provide that assistance, that sense of wins.
Yeah, maybe I'll get down there to sign Slusta.
Well,
to my agency.
One of Christina Tlusta's biggest fans is in our live chat. Hi, Misha Merrick. Alongside many of you, of course, watching this game. If you fancy giving it a thumbs up, feel free. And that's a bit of a too much thumbs up. And we'll sail out. Kochenova just shepherding the disc. And will now get us back in play.
Yeah, we got a jab step out of Fuentes. She was about to come under when that came up, and that was the difference to the overshot.
Well, Rabat, not really too much pressure there. You can see that Cassalletes are struggling with their switching downfield a little bit, trying to put a poach in the lane, being aware of the pace of some of these Swedish athletes. It's going to be Robbins in the end zone with the perfect read for the goal. Holmlund with the launch, and that is back on serve, one break apiece.
Uda Holmlund making that decision. Stall count was mounting, but she has got some tools in that belt to be able to pull that one off. Chuck it that high, outside in, back tape. Wow, Uda Holmlund showing your value. She's been throwing the body around, trying to get these layup in, trying to get the D all game long. Finally, they get a possession. She's had an error early, and this time pulls the trigger on an absolute gem.
Yeah, when you see Holmlund sort of wandering around grass tournaments in between games, she has these action pants, these sort of really cute cargo pants with like all sorts of wonderful pockets on, and it's pretty much what she stashes in every single one of those pockets. She's a really complete player.
We've got a crossover line here, Hannah, for Valkyria.
We do. Barasa sends that one through. Nice throw for sure. Now popping it back. Barasa, oh, that's just too low of a pivot. Robbins can't deny, though. What a recovery from Nat Lamotte. But there is going to be a call of out of bounds, perhaps.
It will be interesting. I was not watching specifically the feed there, but initial impression was that they were in. Let's see if we're going to get an angle on it. What a great hustle play, no matter how this shakes out. With the bid behind.
That doesn't look great from this angle, Steph.
You see the tape move. Now, the thing is with beach, the foot can go under the tape, and it's still in. So seeing the tape move may not be clear, conclusive indication that it was out as it would, say, on grass.
Well, it's a overturned out call. So play will continue. The emphatic grab from Lamotte will stand, but that's going to be too much pressure to be handled. And off goes Sarah Jeklund to the end zone. Immediate ripper backhand from Oda Holmlund, who is going to read this one better. It's Jeklund, just statue still In the end, no launch required, and Valkyria 3 on the bounce to put themselves in front.
You know, beyond Eklund's speed, ability to get tall, her ability to just play happy and chilled, that smile beaming as she's making these plays. She's skying people out there and just, you know, this is another day at the office. I'll just catch this one and keep looking fantastic out here, flashing my pearly whites. She's so good, she makes it just look so easy.
Well, it's the takeoff. That moment, immediately that happens, and you see Oda Homlong be like, oh, wait. Sada has gone to the end zone. She sees the D and immediately takes off. Sometimes that quick counterattack, if you're that rapid on grass, doesn't work. On sand, however, where you are that half a pace slower, if you're not a sand specialist, it pays such dividends. So 6-5 Valkyria over Cassalletes. And a great grab, full stretch swag for Fuentes into Lee. Things looking a touch frantic for Cassalletes. Hopefully they can take control of the pace again. Betancourt, though, smooth and in control. Thinks about, that is such a nice tool.
Beauty.
That high release from Betancourt is making me feel my feelings this afternoon. That one a little bit looser of a chuck, but Lee holds on to it. Puts a lot of boost under that one, though. Full drag, and it is going to be good for the goal. Hernandez pulling that in. Wow, what a fantastic grab.
Hibbity-dibbity. I did not think that she was going to be able to turn the corner and catch up. Great final surge, closing speed onto the disc. Chucked the body in the last minute. You see Homlong still happy to play the human missile role there, putting the pressure on, but pressure not felt. Hand up, yeah, I'll stick with this, and great grab in the back corner of the end zone.
One of the things that Cassalletes seem to be doing very well, and I don't know if it's intentional, Steph, but they are using the light breeze very well. They are throwing discs to the break side, they're throwing discs to the open but upwind edge, and they're just able to sit them out there and go and get.
So we are seemingly on serve, if you believe that serve was stolen. It is still 2 breaks to 1 for Valkyria. They're up, even though we're tied. Well, seemingly, I say.
And we've got love from all over Europe. And that is a beautiful freedom find in the end zone. Someone got lost on their way to collect the matchup. I think that might be Kochenova.
Yeah, we're going to have to see that one again to find out who had the busted assignment, but all alone, but like you almost think there could have been a snake in the grass going on there. That's how wide open in the end zone we were for that goal. Yeah,
whoever designed these Valkyria jerseys, just a note for you, it is Voronkova.
But just no one anywhere near Voronkova. Slay all day is what their jerseys say, and Voronkova's taking that to heart. You know, even the defender in frame there, Fernandez, was on Slusta, not Voronkova. So no one else in frame who was meant to be covering Voronkova. Very much busted match defense assignment.
And of course, Voronkova is building a ultimate program over in Cyprus, the club called Elia, which means olive in Greek. And indeed, stretching in front, Valkyria 7 and Cassalletes 6.
That was a halftime, Hanny.
That was. Well, there's no break for halftime, so
exactly that
doesn't give us really much to stop and think. And I'm sure Cassalletes will feel the same way. No timeouts having been taken yet in this match. They might need to think about it as the game develops. And a cheeky bit of zone coming out of the Valencia side, which I think will stop some of these very fast movements. And a loose disc from Eklund. Great block.
Yeah, Hernandez did a good job to throw herself into that. Make sure, don't give Slusta any chance of collecting, but Eklund's throw a little bit too far inside, imprecise that time.
Well, this would put the game back on serve. Valkyria having done all that work. Hernandez forced to throw something on a high stool and just jacks it through. What a grab for Fuentes. And she's going to take the one to lead, but it's just on the tape. Surely she landed out of bounds. She's calling it potentially good. But I have to say, Steph, to me, that didn't quite make it.
We got a hand up on the far side. I think the same. Like, there's no way. Okay. I have my strong doubts that there was substantial toe drag the way that body was chucked. I think the elbows and torso hit simultaneously or maybe even prior. Here's the first bit, but this is the one we want to see on the other side.
Well, it's an exceptional read from Lee. There's the catch. It looks a little bit like that foot's in the air. And I mean,
left knee is very unconvincing. I don't know. That left knee maybe was down.
But the most important point, of course, the person with the best perspective to make this call is Jenny Lee. She's reviewing the replay.
This is a great angle here. Oh, we've just lost it, though. Just missed. Just out of frame. I still believe that left knee was the first part of the body to touch and that it was in, but there is not conclusive evidence because...
I think the length of this discussion, Steph, we've got to see this one maybe come back. No, it's going to be called a goal on the pitch. Well, heck yeah, Jenny Lee. Backing herself and taking that break coming out of into the second half.
That's great spirit by Valkyria to accept that. I do believe that's the right call. I do believe that was in. And it's easier to give those calls when it's spectacular. When you've done something spectacular, but it's speculative, whether in or out, then, all right, let's give it. But that time, I think there was just enough evidence that, okay, yes, it's spectacular, but I'm giving it because, you know, seeing that 2 or 3 times, there's reason to believe. Upon first sight, you and I both, that looked out. But the advantage of being able to have ULTI.TV at your events, covering it and bringing you these angles, slowing them down, it really helps us get the best possible resolution, and I think we hit it just there.
Well, I think probably the biggest thing is Jenny Lee just knowing what happened with her body, you know, like, and that, you don't necessarily need a live stream for that, but of course you do need a live stream to make sure that you capture the fact that it looked really cool and it counted. High release toss, and that's not going to work either. A disconnection in the second half for the second time between Eklund and Trusta. So the zone is causing trouble for this Swedish side. Not too many teams have played zone out here on the sand, but just an update on our wind situation. Upwind and downwind now, left to right on our view. So that was a downwind zone point. Fuentes looking for something to squeeze it through to. Has one in Olivares. But a foul call accepted from Rubber off the disc.
Have a look at the total passes. They are quite similar to the score there. Everything knotted up, 43-43. Very level in this game in so many regards.
So back in on 0 after the accepted foul. Great hustle. Oh, and that is going to cause the spill. Love that for Voronkova. Now Eklund pops it through. Melnikova has a think about it. Just playing it easy. Eklund with the lead throw, and of course she makes it good with the layout. Great effort for Dalia Fuentes in front, but that will put Valkyria 8-7.
Sada Eklund doing it again and again and again. That's the third identical two-hand horizontal grab like just above the sand. There's some little differences, but it just seems so stock standard, like she pushes an eject button within and that happens and she makes a highlight. All right, do the highlight thing and boom. Sarah Eklund, I mean, great target. Love the throw and the defense in front. She was even blinded for a half second before that happened. What a play, Eklund.
So it's nice of Fuentes to have, you know, moved the tape out of the way as well.
Yeah, give her a little extra room. She did stretch the field a little bit wider, didn't she?
It's just the way it goes with beach. The tape does move quite a lot, especially on windy days. But that is a swing and a miss. Unfortunate mistake for Barasa, and a half-pitch opportunity for Valkyria to try and pounce on it. It's Raba. Oh, but that is a drop. Kochenova loses the footing and the hands. Now it's like Broccoli with a lovely leader through to Barasa, who seeks the reset, has it. Inside now. Again, the Homlong trying to swath the disc away, but that is a little bit too hesitant on the defense for the reset. They hit the break side in mechanical fashion. A nice goal for Fernandez.
Nice response by Cassalletes. Tidy all the way in, putting a pair of snowmen on the board. It's 8 apiece.
Indeed, both teams with the same conversion rate, 2 for 8 on their chances in this women's semi-final here on the beach in Portimão. Such a pleasure to have the first ever World Beach Ultimate Club Championships.
Loving getting that angle, sending all the love back home. We got 31 minutes expired, so just more than, or just less than 15 to play at 45 minutes. That will be the time cap. If for those of you just tuning in, but we know most of you have been with us all week long.
So a brick pull, a real gift here on the pitches in Portimão. Can see such advantageous field position. Milnikova, Kluster and Jeklund running the show with a bit of a dominator set to start against the zone. Nice soft release for Kluster. That one's going to require the recovery, and it just sails out, catches the underside of the breeze. Nothing that can be done by Milnikova.
Yeah, errant throw there. The wind gets just a bit too much of that. Sideline arrived before any chance to make a play, and we're going to get our first timeout of the game.
Yeah, Captain Betancourt says, I want to go through a bit of a play because she knows how valuable this moment is. We're going to take a break here in the booth, though, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of the women's semi-final. Well, a timeout being taken by Cassalletes, trying to pop themselves in front once again in this topsy-turvy women's semi-final. Both teams with pedigree on European sands previously. A couple of ultimate athletes in front of your eyes did compete in that inaugural 2018 championship. Cassalletes, that silver in 22, a little bit lower down the standings in 2023.
Henny, it's 8-all. Let's get into this point here, and then I might have something for us.
Betancourt, again, that high release backhand is so dangerous, and it just about gets scooped up on the far sideline. Great work, as always, for Hernandez, who is rolling around in the sand this morning. Oh, what a grab. Fuentes. High stall. Oh, is that a push pass? I don't know. A foul after the D from Melnikova. Didn't quite stop her momentum well enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Melnikova got the disc. She hit it cleanly, but I think the follow through caused a foul, prevented any chance for a second effort here. Deed clean there, but you got to have a bit more body control than that after the touch for that one to stand as a clean D. So I think I favor the foul call.
It is. It's a shame it's not cleaner, because it's that difficult thing of it's a really high stall, high stress pass. And you kind of hate to see it as a defender. You kind of feel a little bit reneged on the fact that you got your hand there because you have to have the momentum to track the disc. But you got to do it better, unfortunately, because Ultimate is a non-contact sport.
Yeah, it was very, very close. The contact was minimal, but the contact there, and it was taken away cleanly, but because it was in this the vertical space, there would surely have been a chance, and the foul contest seems like the best resolution.
Yeah, and it does mean that Fuentes gets the disc back on 6 rather than a contested stall for 8. So he's going to have extra 4 seconds, just about gets it, but so does the defender, and it's the smackdown, another foul. And the crowd do not like that.
This one we'll see again. This one's a tougher one. When it is what we tend to call from time to time a hospital pass, it throws up, it overfloats. It's a throwing error here to have it go over the one. And now it's anybody's. Of course, they're all touching one another. I mean, almost initiated by Cassalletes at that stage. This is a tougher one as they're watching the replays.
Well, this is the one where I think actually having the replay does help a little bit. Lee holds position to try and get under the disc, so definitely part of that crew causing contact.
Well, Hannah, as they're working this out, this is a semifinal. That means there's another one going on, and it is a cracker of a game as well. Just on the other side of the stands, E6 and Torrijas in one.
I think that I have the position.
¿Cómo ya no llegan los grifos?
Tiene que ir ahí.
¿Estás seguro? No, yo para mí.
Vale, sí.
Contested fouls, Hannah.
Yep, so back in on 6 again. Get another look at this one. I mean, great effort from Eklund, who does actually patiently wait. I think everyone, it's also really difficult to hold your ground on sand in particular, Steph. We've played enough beach to know that. So Fuentes, high release backhand, and this time it does work out. That is a fantastic grab from Olivares. The crowd are not fans of how that one went out, but it is a break for the Valencia side.
Yeah, beautiful catch in the end, despite the crowd not loving it. Potentially a Swedish crowd, and potentially bipartisan. I think I didn't love the way that last call was resolved, but I don't think it was audacious by any stretch. What I do love was the way that play was finished, And that was an absolute cracking catch. The info I've been waiting, I think I've interjected twice to bring, is that we've got a close game on the other side too. It is the Swedes up by 1 over there rather than they're down by 1. Up just now 2. It's 8-6 for E6 ahead of Torrijos.
Indeed, that little upstart Belgian outfit that we're excited to see turning heads here at the world stage. Many of that Moon Cup roster and a couple of other folks alongside. Well, this women's division just giving us a little bit of everything. So Valkyria now just needs to keep holding on. They have put themselves in front before that run of 3 towards the end of the first half. So they definitely have the skills to pull themselves out of this sand hole with the spades and buckets, and it's a little bit of give-go. Well, that's exactly what we see every day out of Christina Kluster. A little bit of East Block action, Viktorsson alongside, and that will work for the hold 9-9.
Wow, that was just beautiful. Those two can play together all they like if they're going to do it like that. Once they get going, stay going. They're a combination force of inertia, the two of them. And here's another look at it, but no stall counts, no thought except to redistribute back to where it came from. Valkyria respond after the extended calls on the last point and put a quick one in with a fair bit of give and go up the near sideline.
Well, once you get past that initial cup of the zone, it does expose you very well. Have to shout out the other athletes on Valkyria, though, in that point of keeping the likes of Fuentes far, far away, playing the deep in the zone. Didn't pinch in, didn't try and interrupt that one, but great work to Vendela Viktorsson. And I'm sure everyone with Kufum Obro will be excited to see that one happen. Oh, but that's a smackdown. Oda Holmlund finally getting what she's been hungry for all game long. Fakes for the big backhand from Kochenova. Now Holmlund. Oh, look at that. Sari Eklund, invisibility cape applied and emerges so clean and free on the tape. Valkyria break again. They're ahead.
Who'da thunk it? Uda woulda. What another, defensively first. I mean, I love the throw, but Uda has been chucking that body of hers around with reckless abandon all game long. She's been close, she's got touches, she's put pressure on, and this time got every little bit of it to generate the turn. Comes back under for the first pass. Here it is again. Uda Holmlund swipes that one away, and then coming back under, finds target number 1 for this Valkyria side and chucks a forehand blade over to Eklund. Valkyria retake the lead, 10-9, 42 and a half minutes, 2.5 till we're gonna hear the bell or the whistle.
Well, the graphical representation of these games is available on the live.wbucc.org website, and this one is so topsy-turvy. Robbins with a full stretch effort, but cannot stop Fuentes. Now Broccoli. Eat your veggies, kids. It makes you pretty great. Betancourt, calm as always. Inside for Fuentes, but the full stretch doesn't have enough inches on it. And this is another opportunity for Valkyria in the other women's semi-final. E6 are storming through after a big old deficit. Many runs on the bounce.
Valkyria D-line where Eklund has crossed over, as has Viktorsson.
Yeah, this...
Yes, we're very logically so, Hanny.
Yeah, this left in the game, you are going to just see top power lines only, I think, from both of these teams. Nice support from Viktorsson. Beautiful lefty break, so useful. Now it's Robbins. Of course, a Utah athlete, great grab from Eklund. Now Holmlund. No one stretching it deep too much, but there is an injury call. I think Betancourt just needs a substitution. Are we going to see a replacement from Valkyria is the question, Steph.
You know that I always want to see the reciprocating. If the point's going on more than 30 seconds, they've got a stacked line on. They're on O-line. Why not chuck Sluist out there for one of these is where my head would be at if I was coaching. But you know, why not have a fresher set of legs? And there they've gone and done it.
Yep. I like that as a switch out. Robbins is an incredible defender, but certainly Korchenova with the disc is a mighty, mighty one. Wouldn't be surprised to see her coming under in the near future, and she does all the way across, but great switch from Cassalletes. The communication of this team that play together so frequently on sand is a real advantage, a feather in their cap. But patience here from Valkyria. Korchenova is going deep, but Viktorsson not taking it. All conservatism. Rabat has Jeklund, of course. Barasa knows to keep that Swede away from the end zone. Holmlund grinding. Oh, wow, just about makes it. Great comms from the sideline to signal it up. Viktorsson has Holmlund stretching up line. Raba hitting the break side nice and early. I do like that movement, and now free as a bird for the big swing. Viktorsson thinking about it. Oh, what an inside break of a throw. Jeklund on the end of it once again. And Valkyria, another break. 3 on the bounce as time expires.
We got a game to 12. That is exactly what we saw back in Herning, Denmark on the hard court. Those two connecting and chucking their bodies around. Beautiful inside throw from Viktorsson. And Eklund again with a horizontal two-hand pickup. It is just starting to get almost routine for her out there to make spectacular play. Holmlund, that was a possession-saving layout by Holmlund that was so. But look at that, both that throw and that body launch, just absolute immaculate.
If that inside break throw was a human, Steph, I would marry that human.
Yeah.
That was exceptional. I think in terms of the conditions, we have a low wind day for our semi-finals and quarterfinals here in Portimão. I do think that definitely favors Valkyria's playstyle. A windier day, Cassalletes probably have more an advantage, but they've got some work to do to put themselves in this one, game to 12. Betancourt again with that high release backhand, just like a silver platter to serve conversions for her team. Now off she goes. Cassalletes trying to push through. Barasa available but well handled. Great coverage from Tebrinka, and that is going to cause the pressure turnover just into the sand. Can Valkyria finish it off on defense? Voronkova to pick up.
Sluist, normally known for offensive prowess, but a little spark plug defensively just the same.
Holmlund. Offhand backhand from Sluist, but this not quite going to reach the end zone. Oh my goodness, no it is! It's jumped in! Lisa Voronkova will finish it off, and we are getting at least one Swedish team in our women's final, Steph.
I cannot believe it as well. I thought, first of all, there was high potential for that to get D'd, and if not going to land in. All credit to Voronkova for keeping the box out until the end, and presence of mind, a long jump, both heels past the tape. Valkyria finish very strong in this one, take the win, and it's looking like we could have an all-Swedish final as E6 on the other side. Hanny are 4 ahead with time expiring over there. It has not been confirmed as final yet, but wow, this one is on that long jump into the end zone.
There's nothing you can do to teach someone how to do that, how to finish a semi-final, because that disc was never making it to the end zone proper. That is just born by experience. Lisa Voronkova, we already mentioned, has that World Championship on the sands of Royan back in 2017 with the Russian national team. And a massive shout out to all of our Russian audience. Dina, we do indeed miss you. When will Dumanskaya be back? Who knows? But Valkyria will ascend. Hats off and hearts go out to Cassalletes. It was a real grind for sure. And the emotion I know they put in to these matches, it really is a wonderful thing to see. We had such fun after that bitter Universe Point loss back in 2022 here on this very pitch in our ULTI.TV arena. But Steph, let's talk through the numbers of this game very briefly.
Well, Hanny, 12-9 at the top there, and you're going to see that advantage, and the advantage comes in the break chances is really the big difference. We talked about it right at the start of the game. They got those break chances and couldn't convert, but I think it was that consistency and pressure throughout the game for them to be able to go 5 for 9 is because they were putting it on defensively right from the word go. Otherwise, 10-8, very even in turns, clean holds. Valkyria were a bit better as well, and that comes from the pressure. It made it that much more difficult for Cassalletes to walk them in.
Yeah, there were more opportunities for Valkyria, although credit to Cassalletes' D-line. They did convert 75% of their break opportunities when they were given them. 3 for 4, absolute perfect as well. So they will be playing for the bronze medal later on this afternoon. So if you are a Cassalletes fan, make sure you get yourself watching that live stream. And our full slate of semis will continue this afternoon. Up next, of course, will be the mixed division. You can see them warming up on your screens right now. It is not Guayota. That's just very confusing. It is, of course, Margarita mixed versus Amherst crop tops, just refreshing my screen. And we're going to get a sideline interview, Steph, with someone I know you're always keen to see.
I wonder who we might have. Did any particular Swedes stand out in that, wearing a number 7 on the back of their shirt?
I mean, I was going to say standout Swedes. You have a lot to choose from. That was a full team effort, but it's got to be Sarah Eklund.
Sarah, congratulations on the victory into the final. Must be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. It feels amazing. I think we came here with no expectations. We didn't really know how strong we could be. So this is we're really happy about this.
You've integrated some players who you've not necessarily played with as much over the course of the tournament. Do you feel like you're peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I think it took us the first game to get to know each other, and we lost the first game of the tournament. And since then, we have actually said before every game that we are like on the way up. And it feels like for every game that we play, we keep peaking. So yeah, perfectly explained.
There's a good chance of a potential all-Swedish final in the women's division. Would you be excited for that?
Yeah, do we know? Are they done yet?
Last I saw, E6 were a few points up. I don't think it's officially final yet, but they're likely to.
Yeah, I mean, we played against E6 a lot of times, so we know the proper matchups, and I think they know the proper matchups on us. So I think it all comes down to having the best day, like the best preparations. But yeah, of course, we would be really happy to have an all-Swedish final. Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say to fans watching back home?
No, thank you for watching. We really enjoy your support. We've seen you on social media, and we're really happy that we also got the stream game so that you could cheer us on YouTube, on ULTI.TV.
One more tomorrow as well. Good luck, Sarah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you upstairs.
Well, it's really apparent how much Sarah Eklund threw herself around in that match, Steph. Just by fact of that eye black at the beginning of the game, that's pretty much just gone.
Yeah, and it was clearly not just this game. You see the fingers taped up, the battle wounds from all the action all week long. She may be taped together in some parts, but she still seems to be working in perfect form by way of that last performance. She was brilliant, as were all of Valkyria, to get across and push themselves into the final.
Well, that will wrap us up for our women's semi-final action. As we've already mentioned, finals tomorrow, but the dirty gold is still within grasp of Cassalletes. Can they get bronze later on this afternoon? They certainly had such credit in their plays here. I mean, so close, some of these goals. Absolutely scintillating stuff, Steph.
Amazing stuff, as it's going to be all day long. As we're going to leave you with these. Keep watching, but what else you've got? Next is the mixed semi-margarita taking on Amherst, mixed quarter margarita Amherst right here on ULTI.TV. Then the open semi, Humilla Swag Sundogs All-American semi in the open division. Women's bronze medal, mixed semi, and then open bronze.
Indeed. Well, if you're a Cassalletes fan, make sure 3:30 local time in Portugal. Set your clocks now. But that will finish us off here for this matchup. It is going to be Valkyria flying through into the finals.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.
I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. I know why we say goodbye, but can we turn that bye into hello? I know how to love you now. No matter what I do, I can't let go. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always